tonight. The only chance they really have is
Well, hello, friends. Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, man, this literally does not work. Let me know if the signal is okay. Um, I'm actually outside here. I've been working on my system, my Wi-Fi system, which I've had some problems and stuff with, and trying to see if we can actually hang out and get a good signal out here. We've had some problems when we were doing YouTube Blues live stream the other day. Just couldn't get the internet to working real well. And let me make sure we're good. Trying to pull it up here on my computer. See if we can get this all working. What's up? TV is a little bit loud, but it seems like, oh, let me turn it down some. Okay, there we go. Is there enough light for you guys? And maybe I should turn the camera just a little bit here. Let me know if that's better. Thoughts on Cowboys getting Michael Bennett? Well, I've been sitting here thinking about this. The more I think, okay, here's the thing. You don't know what you know. A lot of people thought that Amari Cooper. Let me actually this out. Let me see if it sounds okay. Okay. Let me turn the TV down a little bit here. Greetings from UK. Thanks, Matthew. Let me move the camera just a little bit here. Let's try to get situated. There's always so much to do and not enough time to do it in. So let's go this way. Make sure the microphone's pointed at me. Okay. Let's see. Is that better? Maybe up just a little bit so we're not so much in the fire. Looks like the Vikings got the ball first. Okay. Wish I had some marshmallows here to have some s'mores and stuff. Okay. Let me make sure we're good here. Although I need to move just a little bit more. Hold on. Vikings with the ball first. 5 yards on the first play. There's a post that's right there on the deck that kind of blocks a little bit. So I'm going to move so I'm sitting in the best spot to see. And Jobu's rum. Nah, we're not drinking any rum. Got to get up early in the morning and get over to Maryland, work on that kitchen. And I got to be back here by 12 because I got something special I need to do. Thoughts on Michael Bennett? Michael Bennett, he's not a spring chicken anymore. I'm not sure he's an every down player, but for what we gave up for him, 7th round pick. We haven't had a 7th round pick stay on the team in like forever. For what you gave up, you're not really risking anything. I'm okay with what he is. I mean, he's 33 years old. He's not a spring chicken. He's disruptive. Already this year, and he's not a full-time player, he's got 2.5 sacks. That would be 3rd on our team right now, and that's from a defensive tackle. So looking at it from that standpoint, okay. What you really need, because a lot of people are thinking, somebody had said, well, Robert Quinn must be really hurting if we're thinking about bringing him. You're not bringing him in for Robert Quinn. What you're bringing him in for is playing defensive tackle. And that's where we need some help because he's going to be a good run stopper. He's a guy that will give you, some good plays. That you put him into the rotation. He's got that Super Bowl ring. He's worked with Chris Richard. So from those standpoints and those things you think about, it's not necessarily a bad deal. What's happened to Raymond? How do you know and Howard? Angela, Damian Cook. Depth. I agree with you, Raymond. That's a great way to put it. Dallas Cowboys are rehab for the NFL. He's not a guy that's been suspended for drugs and stuff. I don't know what you're talking about that. You can look at him for time replacement. Okay, and look, there we go. Minnesota is already killing the Redskins. Oh, fumble! Wow. Okay, the Redskins were getting killed on a deep pass play, but he fumbled, and the Redskins got the ball. The Redskins get a huge break. Quinn is fine. Quinn will be ready to go next week. Him as well as Van Der Esch. So both of them are pretty good. They're going to be in okay shape. Is the sound okay? Can you guys hear me okay? Brother, can you hear me? I have my little shotgun mic on here pointed directly at me, so hopefully it sounds good. Yes. Trade. Yeah, we gave up a 7th round draft pick for Michael Bennett. You okay, bro? Okay, I'm great. I think the picture is not great because of the far. Let me see if I turn it down some more. If that makes it better or worse. Let's see. But it's cold. It's actually chilly out here. What I probably should do is go ahead and get the extra lighting. Troy, great point. See, this is what's good is the Cowboys aren't sitting pat and saying, okay, let's look at the places that we need some help. You know, as Stephen Jones put it, player acquisition is a 365-day-a-year job. And he said it out yesterday. We're going to look around. We're going to make some phone calls. We're going to see if there's something that can make our team a better team. But we don't look for us to make blockbuster trades. And sometimes it's the smaller moves that you make that end up making all the difference in the world. Shout out from Navajo Nation. Oh, man. I guess you're not rooting for the Redskins? You're rooting for the Vikings then? Just checking with that. Minnesota fumble. Yeah, they fumbled bigly on a big play. Well, they're going to have to double somebody because somebody's going to be loose. When you think of Malik Collins, Michael Bennett in there, DeMarcus Lawrence, who's now playing a little bit better, and Robert Quinn, that's a pretty good defensive front. That's the front that'll be able to put some pressure on. Oh my God, are we still talking about Randy Gregory? Randy Gregory, there's something going on. I'm not sure if Randy Gregory has relapsed or if he's failed to run a test. But for whatever reason, I don't think Randy Gregory has put in paperwork because if he had, the NFL would have, they have 6 weeks to decide if they're going to reinstate you or not. So if he had put in his paperwork, you know, beginning of before training camp like they said he was, we would have heard something from the NFL. So he has not put in anything to the NFL. So that tells me there's something else going on. And at this point, he hasn't had an off season, he hasn't had a training camp. He won't be able to help you this season. I'm sorry, he just won't. Redskins with the ball on the 25, coming out firing. Oh my goodness, and a 20-yard completion. What? Break up the Redskins here. Case Keenum may want to show up Minnesota as well as Adrian Peterson. See, in a way, you kind of want the Skins to win because that helps you as far as trying to get home field advantage. You know, you want everybody else to kind of come back down to earth to you. You know, the Vikings are 5-2. If the Redskins beat them, they're 5-3. You're going to play in a couple of weeks. That gives you a chance to get past them. Just saying. I don't know if it's a matter if he doesn't want to play or if he still has problems and he's worried about passing the test. Well, Malik Collins has actually played pretty good at the one technique. Where we've had more of a problem is actually the three technique, the other tackle, the under tackle, which is, you know, where we thought that Tristan Hill being drafted in the second round might be a guy that could make an impact. Thus far, we haven't seen too much from Tristan Hill. And that's the other point. Great point there, Forever DC. Here's a couple of things that you look at. The Redskins are moving the ball. They're in Viking territory already. Is you think about him with the revenge factor. I think he wanted to get more playing time than what New England had for him. And he's a guy who can get, you know, a little upset real easy. And it caused some problems. So New England's basically like, look, we're only going to play you X amount. He wants more playing time. And they figured, let's go ahead and dump him because we're not looking for anybody to be a distraction. So now you have him going to Dallas, and maybe you've got the revenge factor of him wanting to play against New England, as well as maybe he can give you a little advanced scouting, since he was just there with New England. First down for the Redskins. There's a flag. Michael, your chats, I see your chats. Now, here's the thing. Understand this. We have a lot of young people that are watching the channel. So what we've done is we have put keywords that are cuss words and things like that into it. And what happens is if you use those words, then your comments will automatically be held for review. So if there was any cuss words, shit, damn, fuck, goddamn, whatever, excuse my language, then the comments will be blocked. Oh my God, everybody keeps talking about Josh Gordon. Listen, we don't need Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon can't play a whole season. Josh Gordon is injured. Josh Gordon will be a distraction. If you can't make it in New England, I'm sorry, you're not going to make it here. We have a top 5 in every category in offense. Passing was, oh, what? Wow. I can't believe that wasn't the flag because that was a headshot. We have somebody in the top 5 in passing, receiving, and rushing. The only team in the NFL that's done that. Now, I tell you what's funny. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but I swear other people are watching my stuff, right? When I was doing my 5 o'clock drive time, I talked about the Dallas Cowboys, that we had unrealistic expectations, right? That's what my live stream was. We had 300 some people in there watching. And I said, here's what you got to understand. When you listen to Shannon Sharp say things like, well, you know Dak Prescott, he only had 270 yards against the Eagles. Well, that's because our offense is balanced, and you're holding it against him. Ooh, nasty sack. Did he fumble it? Did he lose it? Okay, the Redskins turned the ball back over. Figures. Part of the reason why Dak Prescott had 277 yards is because Zeke Elliott ended up having 102. It's balanced. And we've had times where we couldn't pass the ball. We got Zeke Elliott running well, but we're still not winning. You got to understand that this team is balanced. So you have Dak Prescott, I believe second in the NFL in total in quarterback rating right now. You've got the offense, number 1 in total offense. And you have a receiver who's the 3rd best receiver. You got a running back who's the 5th best running back. Who are you going to get kick off the field for Josh Gordon? Carson Wentz's baby bottle. Ouch, man. Good hit. Yes, you did, Mark. And so here it is. Mike Leslie, they're on Bleacher Report and things like that, so they get all the love. And I see today, Dallas Cowboys, only team with a player in each in passing, receiving, and rushing. And maybe that's just a coincidence, but I said it yesterday. And more times than not, I'll say stuff that nobody else is talking about today. And tomorrow I see it in the headlines. And it's kind of like, are they taking my research and using it? Is that what's happening? What's up, Griffin? How are you doing, man? Mr. Anonymous, Austin. I'm good without Josh Gordon. You know what? I'm done with guys with problems. I'm just done. Just done. I just don't need it. Need better volume? Okay. Unfortunately, I'd have to change cameras. I've got my shotgun microphone out here. I'll tell you what, hold up. Let me put it a little closer. Hold up. We the boys. All right, let me know. Is that better for the volume? I can always talk louder and get my neighbors pissed off. How's that? Okay. So, I'm sitting out here at the fire pit, drinking some coffee, watching the Redskins versus the Vikings, and trying to get some great storylines. And how's everybody else doing tonight? Philly, how you get anything done, man? You're always on here on the channel, buddy. Bennett's played him all over the line and had him in the inside. I think we'll be playing him on the inside as well. Fireside Pit Live. Is that better with the volume, guys? I'm a little bit closer to the camera. I can dig in a little closer. How's that? Is that better? Tell you what, need a little bit more light. Hold up. Hold up, hold up. Okay. That's too low on the camera. Hold up. We the boys. Hold up. Okay. That should actually be a little bit better because now I'm in the bright lights. And hopefully I'm a little bit closer to the camera so you guys can see me. And I hope I'm not messing up anybody's live stream night. It's 4th and 1 for the Vikings on the Redskins 37. Handing off the ball, and they got it. So, Vikings are moving the ball at will. Mark, this is where I get the negative narrative that's on the network side. Huh? You like the poncho? I'm trying to remember. Okay, I've got 2 ponchos. Actually, the other one I was going to use as a blankie if I got cold. Because it is kind of chilly out here. It's like 50. I have 2 of these. One of them, Wade, great fan out there. When I went to Dallas, he actually bought me a ticket for the Eagles game 2 years ago. Gave me the poncho. Wow. Kirk Cousins got chased way, way deep. AJ, why we keep trying? What is... We got better receivers than we've had in forever. Why does everybody want to get receivers? Listen, you keep wanting to trade people. You want to trade for places that you really need. Our offense is scoring enough points. We're good on offense. Where we need help is the defense. If our defense had played better in New Orleans, a little bit better in New Orleans, if your defense played a little bit better in Green Bay, we would be undefeated. Your defense needs more help right now than your offense. Your offense is top 5 in every single category. Why does everybody want more receivers? Dallas 22, how you doing? Donovan Wilson. Oh, well, that shouldn't be without any question. Well, unless you're listening to Shannon Sharp, that Dak Prescott ain't no good. So, I like the trade. I mean, like I said, that is peanuts for what you gave up for him. It really is. It's not a whole lot when you're talking about a 7th round draft pick. We need Snacks and Harrison. I mean, Snacks and Sue. I'm not sure Sue has that much left. It's those Romo missers that want a receiver. Right now, guys, you may not want to hear it. You may not want to admit it. At this moment, right now, the Dallas Cowboys offense is doing things that it never did, even with Tony Romo. And I know Romo fans are losing their mind right now. How good has Dak Prescott been in comparison to last year? Listen, Dak Prescott has doubled his yardage from this time last year. Last year he had about, yes, Bennett can play defensive tackle. He can play any position on the line. Dak Prescott has doubled his yardage out to this point last year. Okay? Right now, we're on pace for 4,800 plus yards passing. Let me say that again. 4,800 yards passing. Our team right now is on pace to have over 7,000 yards of total offense this year. 7,000 yards. Something that no Dallas Cowboy team has done. And I know we're comparing, apples to oranges when you talk about Roger Staubach and Troy Aikman. But the closest comparison would be with DeMarco Murray and Tony Romo. I think we're only around 6,000. We are literally going to shatter records for the Dallas Cowboys. Right now, Dak Prescott's on pace for, I want to say 27 passing TDs, 4,800 yards passing, 7 rushing TDs. So that'll put him around 34, 35 TDs total. 4,800 yards, about 16 interceptions. Too many more interceptions than you want, but you can't put them all on him. The Hail Mary, one, the getting greedy, the Trayvon Austin, I mean, those were just what they were. And here's what's even crazier. This drives me crazy because this is the kind of stuff that you hear with Shannon Sharp and the talking heads. When everybody tells you that Carson Wentz, oh, I'll take Carson Wentz. Poor Carson Wentz. You see guys dropping passes. His offensive line isn't that good. And they make excuses for Carson Wentz. So if you're using the argument that people have dropped balls and that's hurt Carson Wentz's numbers, guess who leads the NFL in drop passes? Guess what team leads the NFL in drop passes? Take a guess. It's not the Eagles. It's actually the Dallas Cowboys. So if you're going to say, well, all these players drop passes from Carson Wentz, had they got it, his numbers would be so much better. Well, you could say the same thing about Dak Prescott. His numbers would be even better than where they are right now as well. See, I got you. You don't want to argue with me because I'll bring numbers up to it. I was good with the sound before? Oh, cool. Well, tomorrow's already Friday. I can't wait. Zeppelin fan? Yeah, I remember the Hail Mary. Oh my God, I remember that. They'll do. You take Romo. You take today's Romo, who hasn't played in 2 years, who the last few years of his career were always injured. You take him over Dak Prescott right now. Well, you go right ahead. I'll take Dak Prescott. Yeah, Jared, great point. And I hesitate to ever say anything about Tony Romo because Romo fans, you better not say anything about Tony Romo. They will come out the woodwork. But here's the thing that I find amazing. I want you to think about the Dallas Cowboys team this offseason. Think about how they were going to Dallas Mavericks games. They were going to the hockey games together. They all went to North Carolina together to the military base. They went fishing down in Florida. They're out in California working out. They worked together all off season. Every single one of the players on the Dallas Cowboys were at OTAs. Nobody skipped any OTAs. If you're talking about Green Bay, they have to pay the guys off-season bonuses to make sure they show up. We don't have to do that in Dallas. These guys live in Dallas, they work in Dallas, they play in Dallas, and they hang out together and they support each other. You see one guy do a charity, they're all there. They all show up together. That is a team that cares about each other. I don't know that I saw that with Tony Romo. And I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm just saying. Because you don't see that actually with too many teams. You'll hear about a quarterback that'll go to Arizona and a few of the wide receivers will show up and they'll do some working out, or Florida, stuff like that. But you don't see teams and players en masse constantly together. And I think that is one of the things that has actually helped this team when they've gone through adversity. Somebody said to me, we should sign DJ Swearinger. I don't want that kind of guy on my team. That kind of guy ended up being, when the chips were down in Washington, he's pointing fingers left and right. He's doing what the Eagles are doing right now. They're cratering. Instead of, Minnesota only got a field goal, damn. Instead of, when chips are down, saying, yo, what can I do to help you be a better player? What can I do to help us get better? Right? Because when you have things down, the last thing you want to hear is somebody said, you're playing like shit. You're the reason we're losing. Man, I'm tired of this stuff. I just want to go someplace else. I don't want a Jalen Ramsey on my team. A guy who, instead of trying to figure out how to make his situation and his teammates better, just wants to leave. No. If you're here, you're going to be with me, or you're not going to be here. And that's why I say a guy like Josh Gordon, he's got to realize that, when you get high or drunk or whatever and you mess up, you're not just hurting you. You're hurting your team. You are hurting those 52 guys in that locker room who are depending on you to be the best you can be for the team. That's being selfish. I understand you got problems. But see, when your problems affect my bottom line, you got to go. And I wonder, because Tony Romo, off season, he's out doing golf and things like that, or rehabbing and things. You didn't have him together in the locker room or working out with the rest of the guys or people trying to get better. Don't get me wrong. Tony Romo was an incredible quarterback, and unfortunately, he didn't have the complete team around him all the time, or we just have shit that happens. I look at him kind of like Dan Marino. You can't say Dan Marino wasn't a great quarterback, because he was. It's just that just didn't have it with the teams to be able to do it. And it's more than just the quarterback. It's about having a team. And you look at a lot of guys that are good quarterbacks that could be Super Bowl quarterbacks, but because of the situations they are, the teams that they're in, they may not develop, or they may not be able to reach their full potential. Do you think that Steve Young would be a Hall of Famer now if he had stayed in Tampa Bay? I don't. No chance. It wasn't that he couldn't play. He was just in a bad situation. So that's where you have to look at guys that you bring in. We brought in Greg Hardy. Still had 6 sacks. But you could see how he was a guy that just didn't get along in the locker room, that caused more problems. And sometimes those problem childs aren't worth it. And here's, let me give you another point too. Sometimes it's not the team with the biggest players that succeed. It's the ones that are the best team. You know how everybody was going crazy in the offseason when Cleveland got Odell Beckham? I said, this is what I said. I said this. I said it reminded me when the Giants ended up getting Brandon Marshall to go with Sterling Shepard and Odell Beckham. What you kept hearing is, oh my God, the Giants, 2-time Super Bowl MVP Eli Manning with Odell Beckham, with Sterling Shepard, and now Brandon Marshall. How are you going to stop those guys? And I said, their offensive line sucks. You needed an offensive lineman more than you needed Brandon Marshall. But everybody swore they're a Super Bowl favorite team. That's what everybody talked about in 2017. They're a Super Bowl caliber team. I was like, no, they're not. No, they're not. I said they're going to have problems because they can't block for Eli, and Eli is getting old, and when he gets pressure, he goes down. And what happened? Basement bitches. So when everybody was on the bandwagon, Cleveland Browns, oh my God, they've got Laundry there. They've got Odell Beckham now. Baker Mayfield. This guy is the real deal. He came out, rookie, has it all. I said, you know, Odell is not the kind of guy that you're going to win with. He's going to be making some spectacular plays, but he's going to be a drama queen. He's going to be a distraction. And you just got too many personalities going on there in Cleveland. But you remember, they had the Dallas Cowboys. ESPN early preseason polls, 18. They kept putting Cleveland Browns, 8. Oh, they're going to win their division. They're a Super Bowl favorite. They're going to challenge New England. So you got great players, but they're not playing as a team. That's the difference. If you look at New England, go back and look at Super Bowl years that New England's won, and go through and look at Pro Bowl voting. How many Pro Bowlers do you usually see with New England? 3 or 4 guys? That's it. They don't have a lot of Pro Bowl guys because it's not about having 5, 6, 7, 8 great players. It's about having 30 people that all play roles that play really good. So when you lose one, you got somebody else to plug in and you're not dropping off. That's the difference. So when everybody goes through and every time there's a player that's out on the market, because I saw people saying, you know, get Eric Berry, we'll just sign Eric Berry, we'll be great. Eric Berry is not healthy. Eric Berry has not played meaningful time in football in 3 years. If he had anything left, somebody by now would have already signed them. People wouldn't be trading draft picks for safeties if they knew that Eric Berry could play. Follow me? So now all of a sudden we hear Josh Gordon's out there. Let's get Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon, does he fit your system? Is he going to slow down the development of your current players? Is he going to be disruptive to your team? So what you're going to get may not be the best thing for your team. Understand that. Understand that. Not everybody fits your system. Now, Michael Bennett. The positives on him is the coach knows him. Chris Richard knows him from back in Super Bowl days with Seattle. So you know he knows how to control him. He knows his strengths, his weaknesses, and everything else. He will fit the system. That's the first thing you look at, why it can work. Second thing, you're only renting him for a short period of time. Third, he's not costing you much. Fourth, he's not taking the spot of a guy that you're trying to develop. He's part of a rotation. So from that standpoint, there's not a whole lot to risk. And if he can play anything, he's already had 2.5 sacks this season, he can do a lot. I keep, oh my God, please stop. No, I don't want Josh Gordon. Jeez. You don't need Josh Gordon. The Redskins are 3rd and goal on the 3. Man. Damn. Oh, I'm like way behind on here. Okay. Shout out to everybody who's hanging out with me tonight. I'm sitting out here all alone. Melvin Gordon on trade block, not Josh. We don't need Melvin Gordon either. Just saying, you don't need Melvin Gordon. That's you got plenty of running backs. Keenan, why didn't you run for it, you idiot? Look, that's what he just said. Look. Oh, they got holding. Frickin' Redskins, but they're holding close. Case Keenum could have literally run into the end zone. I mean, like, damn. He could have run into the end zone. He would have gotten hit, but he could have run in. Um, what do the Cowboys need? To me, they just filled the need that they had. To me, defensive tackle. My biggest worry was teams being able to run up the middle on us, okay? The Dallas Cowboys have a philosophy of stunting. That's where we get our sacks. That's where we get our penetration, because it's not just straight ahead where it's man on man. What they're going to do is they're going to take the defensive tackle and they're going to bring him out. They're going to bring D-Law inside. So you're stunting. You're basically trying to confuse the offensive line with speed. You know, you're going to do some different blitzes and stuff where you're going to bring Van Der Esch and you're going to bring the Predator, okay? You're going to do different things by moving guys with speed. The problem is when you go against a team like the Rams did us last year in the playoffs, where it was, we're going to run the ball straight ahead. When you're stunting, okay, when you're making a move, when you're dipping and ripping, okay, and you're sideways, and you get that tackle blocking down, he's blowing you out the hole, you're making a big crease because that running back is coming downhill. That's when you've got to be able to just say, we're just going to line up. We know it's going to be a run. We're going to line up, and our tackles are going to hold the ground. We're not going to let them push us downfield, and our linebackers are going to make the plays. When you have smaller guys like we do, tall guys that are 6'3", 6'4", you know, tall, lengthy guys that are 260, 270, 280, and you can get a 320-pound, you know, tackle or guard who's drive blocking you, you can't hold up. You can't drop the anchor and keep that hole plugged. That's where you need that big, fat guy to hold up in the middle. That's where you need that guy who is strong, that Michael Bennett. Michael Bennett, it kills me because he's got those shoulder pads that are like up here. They're like little league kids' shoulder pads. Most of his shoulder is actually out. He's got his arms just bare. The guy is like a Nathaniel. He's like a guy who will bludgeon you with his bare hands. You gotta like that. He's getting old. He's 33, but you know, you look at Robert Quinn. He's 30, and you look at what he's doing. And for him, he knows the writing's on the wall that I don't have that much time left. So you know he's going to want to try and get another ring before it's all said and done. He's going to be playing lights out. So that's where I think that need, when you're asking what was that need, to me, defensive tackle. I'm good with our linebackers. Our cornerbacks and safeties, they're not bad. I think we need to get the right combination. I think they need to play Jordan Lewis more, because Jordan Lewis is another guy that breaks the mold of what Chris Richard wants. Chris Richard likes tall defensive backs. So because he's not tall, he's 5'10", he's kind of in the doghouse. But when he gets out on the field, he plays really, really well. And I think you're going to see them playing him more. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus. See, y'all are trolling me now. Y'all are trolling me now because now you're basically taking every guy who's a problem child and you're throwing them at me because I see what you're doing. I see what you guys are doing. You are trying to get me riled up, Antonio Brown. That's the last guy I would want on my team. I say my team like it's, my wife always says, you keep talking about your team. She's like, I didn't realize you had part ownership of it. And if you do, where's the money from it? It's like, okay, honey, I got you. Trying to, somehow I've lost, what's going on here? I've lost the chat. Hold up. So here it is, Kirk Cousins lighting people up. This is what's crazy about the NFL and why you have to watch on a week-to-week basis. People were saying Kirk Cousins is better than Dak Prescott, as yesterday. Kirk Cousins, incredible. Okay, Kirk Cousins got his Drew back. And here it is. It's 3-3 Redskins versus Vikings. Angel, I don't know why everybody's talking about the Cowboys need a wide receiver. It's funny because when we didn't have any, everybody was saying, "Oh, well, it's just because Dak can't throw." That we have problems with receiver. It's not the receiver. Now all of a sudden, everybody wants every all-star out there. I can't figure it out. Please enjoy. Please leave Mark alone and enjoy this bye week because from here on out, you must treat each game like it is a playoff game. Amen. Philly 5. I mean Philly. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Philly Cowboys 76. I almost called you Philly 500. Do I think the Cowboys can go 3-4 defense? No, they won't. Typically, when you have a 3-4 defense, that's when you have really big guys. You've got 3 big interior linemen, and we don't have that. Devin Cook, yeah, he does have some serious holes. Bennett, no. Bennett just got traded. When New England didn't re-sign Flowers, they ended up making a trade with the Eagles to get Bennett. So Bennett's only been there for this season. So, no, he didn't get a ring with them. He got a ring with the Eagles. Mule-headed cowboy. You see great things coming for the Cowboys Nation? I hope so. Joseph, how are you doing, man? What did you miss? The Redskins are tied with Minnesota 3-3. Kirk Cousins is what we thought he was, and that's not a great quarterback. Although that was a nice slant pass. Damn. Okay. The last time they had a great passing play, they fumbled. The Cowboys made a trade, Joseph. I don't know if you heard about that or not. Traded for Michael Bennett. Gave up a conditional 7th-round pick in 2021. And everybody wants to get Josh Gordon, Antonio Brown. Who else am I missing out there, guys? Bennett didn't get a ring with the Eagles? Are you sure about that? No, I would not, buddy. I would not give a first and a 3rd-round pick for jet safety, no. Let me see. Let me look that up, because now you got me wondering. I guess he didn't get one with the Eagles, so he's only with the Eagles 1 year. I thought he was there 2 years. I stand corrected. He was only with the Eagles 1 season. Okay, so here we go. Let me pull up his career stats here while we're talking about it. So, oh my goodness. Got the wrong Michael Bennett. I didn't know there was another one. The Falcons. Okay, so last year with the Eagles, he had 34 tackles and 9 sacks. Damn. Already with New England, he had 5 combined tackles, 2.5 sacks. 2017 with Seattle, he had 8.5 sacks. 2016, 5 sacks. 2015, 10 sacks. So you're looking at a guy who gets to the quarterback. And he had a limited, the thing for New England was they have too many young guys. It was a numbers game, and he wanted to play more, so it's just kind of like, you don't really need him. And so you're talking about a guy who has 65.5 sacks in his career and 332 tackles. And he's 33 years old. So maybe he still does have something left in the tank. 6'4", 274. He's a guy who, he's not that big, but he plays big. So he's got 1 ring. Damn, Redskins hold Minnesota down in the goal line in the red zone. Damn. 6'3" Vikings.
As a coach, I can tell you this. When one student gets left behind, we all get left behind. This is a problem that affects each and every one of us. Together with
We'll look at the early stats here in the game.
Within 6 years, students can graduate from a high school diploma, college degree, and halfway to a competitive job.
Now, I don't know. I know the Patriots suspended him, but I don't know. Last week, Michael Bennett was suspended by New England Patriots for conduct detrimental to the team. This week, the Patriots are no longer Bennett's team. So we don't know what happened. I don't know if he got into an argument with the team or the ownership or what. So Bennett, I didn't realize this. So Bennett has 2 years remaining on his restructured contract. So he could be there this year and next year. So I'm just digging a little deeper here. Even before Bennett was banned last week by the Pats following an altercation with position coach, defensive lineman appeared to be on the outs in Foxborough. After playing 33 snaps in New England's opener, first game he played 33, saw his usage in Bill Belichick's defensive rotation steadily decrease. Veteran total, they combined 23 snaps in his last 2 games in New England. Bennett leads the defending Super Bowl champions with a meager stat line. 1 start in 6 games with 2.5 sacks and 5 tackles. Thank you very much for that super chat. I'm sorry, I've changed the channel so I can't see what it is. I appreciate that. All the super chats we've gotten all week long, from earlier today and Monday and game day, we'll do a drawing tomorrow night for one of my shirts, Power 4 shirts. So it's not a matter of lack of production and getting sacks. He hasn't really played that much. He's still got 2.5 sacks. He should be fresh. So this is his 14th course in 3 years. And he's from Texas. I didn't know that. Now, he still has to pass the physical tomorrow. And then the Cowboys will have to cut somebody to make him fit in there. So that's interesting. So I learned a little bit more tonight. Glad we did a little research. And I want to look at the statistics here of this game. This game, which is but ugly. Would I re-sign Byron Jones? I would wait till the end of the year and see where we go with it. Zane Bowler, thank you very much. I'm sure I'm late, but what's your thoughts on maybe getting Gordon? Oh my God. No! No! I don't want Josh Gordon. No. We went over that one. I'm not wanting Josh Gordon. That's my wife. Who's your wife? Well, Kevin Edwards. Here's what you look at. Hey, Kevin. Think about this. One thing that Stephen Jones said, that they get a lot of input from the position coaches about players. And you could see the way that the Cowboys drafted when they drafted like Michael Jackson and stuff. That Chris Richard had input on those guys because he likes Link. You can best believe before the Cowboys pulled the trigger on getting Michael Bennett in, since he played for him in Seattle, they talked to him and said, hey, what do you think about this? Is he going to be a problem? Do you think he's worth it? So I think Chris Richard was like, yeah, I'm on board with this. Chris Richard's on board with them, and they have had success together. I think it's a good move from that standpoint. I don't think you have to worry. Damn, you should have caught that. See, you've got to hold on to that. You get passes in your hands like that, dude, you got to pull that in. That's Redskins have had opportunities in this game, and they just can't seem to hold on to the ball. They've had 2 turnovers, and yet they're only down 6-3. Tariq, there you go. He's a dog, and we need some scrappy dogs in the fight. Case Keenum, I tell you what, Case Keenum is not looking bad in this game. Look at the stats real quick. Kirk Cousins has got some yards, but they've got 6 points to show for it. Redskins are moving the ball. So Kirk Cousins, 8 of 9, 106 yards, and 2 TDs. Case Keenum, 8 of 11, 85 yards. So you're looking at 2 guys that are trying to play lights out here together. Well, that's kind of interesting. Redskins are at the 37-yard line. I think they're going to get a touchdown on this drive. Adrian. Oh, shit. Vintage Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson on a bad wheel. Should have been caught 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Picks up 13. He cut. He pushed, and he jump cut. He juked the guy out his jock strap. Damn. You can tell that he's running with a limp, but you know he wants to show up because this is his old team. He's in purgatory because this team gave up on him. So you know he's trying to take it out on him. First down on the 23-yard line for the Washington Redskins. Oh, my God. And a quick screen. First down on the 10-yard line. The Redskins. Shout out to everybody who's come in and joined me out here hanging out. I'm kind of in the doghouse a little bit. I'm a little bit worried about myself. I'm getting forgetful. I'm doing things and I'm losing things. I don't know if I'm getting dementia and stuff. Sometimes I'll say the same thing over and people are like, you already talked about that. I left the garage door open today when we left to go to work. So my house literally had the garage door open. It was open all day. My wife came home and she's like, the garage door is open. You and Michael aren't here. I don't know if somebody's broken into the house. She's like, what the hell is wrong with you? And I'm like, I didn't do it on purpose. I just forgot. And as I've gotten to be a little older here, I'm getting a little worried that I am beginning to lose it. So do me a favor. You guys notice I'm losing something and I'm getting a little bit off. Case Keenum, no, you didn't do it. You didn't fumble again, did you? Damn. Here it is. He got sacked and fumbled. So if you start noticing, Mark, you're getting a little more crazy than usual. And I know it's hard to tell because I'm a guy with a voodoo doll. But, you know, let Michael Anthony know, hey, I'm worried about your dad. He's getting a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was definitely a fumble there by Case Keenum. He just can't hold on to the damn ball. 3rd and goal. So it looks like we're going to end up getting, I don't think they're going to get a touchdown here, but I could be wrong. 3rd and goal from the 12. Case Keenum backpedaling, almost picked off. Both of these teams have gotten down, goal to go, and can't get into the end zone. Talk about ugly.
And before the field goal attempt, try and tuck it with a 2-minute warning.
It's not sleep deprived. I've never slept much. I try. I go to bed like, you know, I do my fireside chat. I go to bed, and I'm wide awake. But I have to get up. I have to get up in the middle of the night because my back and my knee, if I stay in one spot too long, like just sitting here for as long as I have, when I get up, my knee is going to be kind of like really tight and locked up. So it takes a few moments for me to get myself together. So I kind of have to get up in the middle of the night. But I'm awake at like 5 in the morning and I just don't sleep. Eddie Blank, I don't know what's going on with Randy. He hasn't put in for reinstatement. I don't know what happened with him. This is what's crazy. You know, Kirk Cousins had games where he's got 4 TD passes, and here it is, this game, battle of field goals against the Redskins. That's the crazy thing about football. Every time you think you got some team figured out, you don't. Oh yeah, Michael Bennett has sacked Dak Prescott on a many occasion. So I'm happy that he's going to be on our side. Is the stream okay on your end? Any issues? This is actually nice and clear, so I got to let E2 know that I think I got the stuff fixed. Don't worry, Mark. So is that prayer hands or high five at hands? Oh, Lordy. No, Josh Gordon. No, I don't want Josh Gordon. Trade all of our picks for Frank Gore.
Welcome back. Thursday Night Football presented by Bud Light Platinum. Downtown just gets better and better, prettier and prettier every time we get to come back here. And for Washington,
Orlando McLean.
From the 2, have to settle for a field goal. At 1st and goal from the 10, and have to settle for this 30-yard try.
Here, the Redskins going for a field goal. I guess the way you look at it is, at least they scored 6 points this game. They scored none last week. It's an improvement.
And then at 57 left, first half, 6-6.
It is true that the Dallas Cowboys have traded a conditional 7th-round pick in 2021 for Michael Bennett. It can't be official until he comes to Dallas and takes a physical. After further review, we've gone through and trying to figure out what happened because he's got 5 tackles and 2.5 sacks. After having 31 plays in the season opener for New England and having an altercation with his position coach where the team suspended him, his play had been reduced. So it's not a matter of he only has 2.5 sacks and has been playing full time. It's just that he hasn't really been playing and has 2.5 sacks. Oh, somebody saying Des Bryant now? Wait, I'm trying to understand. The Dallas Cowboys offense and receivers in passing, you know we're one. You realize that we are third in passing yards in the NFL. Third in the NFL in passing yardage. Why does everybody think we need a receiver? Get Dez, get Josh Gordon, AJ Green. Defy? Why? Why? Are you kidding me? I mean, I would say, before I would talk about getting a wide receiver, I'd say I'd get a tackle. How about that? How about we have a backup tackle for Tyron Smith that can play better than Cam Fleming? How about that? If you want to talk about trying to bring somebody in, wide receiver, you give Dak enough time, he gonna find somebody open. Seriously. It's not wide receiver. You need to make sure that you have guys. I have to turn around and say that Vosh Lombardi was 100% right, because I was kind of like, how did I have a safety? He's like, no, man, you want to take care of the offensive line. He's like, listen, all the sacks that we took last year, you got to make sure that offensive line is solid. And you saw what happened against the Jets when we lost Lyle Collins and we lost Tyron Smith. So instead of talking about Josh Gordon, how about you talk about a talent? I would take Trent Williams before I would take Josh Gordon, okay? Or AJ Green, or AB. That's what I would look for. You know what? I don't care about sexy. I care about winning. Because you know what? The Dallas Cowboys kept going for sexy, getting T.O. and Roy Williams and Joey Galloway, right? It wasn't until they got not sexy and got Tyron Smith and Travis Frederick and Zach Martin that the team started playing well. You know that, right? You realize that, right? It's not the sexy move. You think that signing Odell Beckham has made Cleveland better? Do you think that did? Do you? It didn't. That team's as bad as it was last year. And that's pretty bad. Jeff, he's fine. Okay. I'm just trying to understand why everybody is all of a sudden talking about wide receivers. I just don't understand that. Derek Cotton, you know the real deal. The game is won in the trenches. And Kevin, we give up 2 number ones for Joey Galloway. 2 for a guy who was always injured before he came to Dallas. Randy, put that bomb down. We need you out there. How about them Eagles? Young Wilson, yes, we got Michael Bennett. He's got to pass the physical tomorrow, and we'll have to release somebody. You got to make a cut from to fit the roster, but yes, he will be a Dallas Cowboy. And I see Kirk Cousins is dinking and dunking. He dinked for 3 yards and went for 15. Willie Jones, that's what I said. Before I worry about a wide receiver, I'm looking at trying to get myself maybe a tackle. Almost picked off, and nice catch. I hate the Redskins, but if the Redskins win, it kind of helps us because the Vikings are 5-2. You want them to come back to the pack, and you're trying to get Devin Cook. Almost gets to the end zone. Damn, that was a hell of a play by Devin Cook. Good Lord. Joseph, 100% right on that. Okay. 31 play screen. Devin Cook, 31 yards rushing, 73 yards receiving, 104 yards. Wow. First and goal on the 8. Let's see if they can get in the end zone this time. Tripped up, got 1 yard. Second and goal from the 7. Sean Lee actually is coming along quietly. Now Michael's been on the whole we lose when Sean Lee plays train, but he's been playing more and more and has done pretty good. Tyrone Crawford, I think, has played his last snap for the Dallas Cowboys. When you look at what you got this year, hold on, second and goal. Ball is snapped, running play, draw. He gets 3 yards, so it's third and goal from the 4. You got to look at Tyrone Crawford and say, if he's cut in the offseason, it's a $1 million cap hit. You save $9 million. Do you think Tyrone Crawford is worth $9 million? I'm sorry, but dollars and cents. $9 million. What can you get for $9 million? Robert Quinn costs you $8 million if he performs all the incentives. $9 million for Tyrone Crawford, who's getting long in the tooth. Sorry, dollars and cents. You got to look at it and say, am I better off spending that money on somebody younger? It's a cold business, but see, the problem with loyalty is you get old. You're holding on to big salaries. That's what killed the Cowboys in the past because we were loyal. We were holding on to DeMarcus Ware. Truth be told, we should have traded DeMarcus Ware 2 years earlier. You traded him and gotten what you could have out of him, you've been better off. We were loyal to Miles Austin. Had one great year, but we knew he had injury issues. There's my quarterback, Dak Prescott, sleep number. You know what I loved hearing today? Is I loved hearing John Kitna talking about Dak. He's like, we tell Dak, take, get the day off. He doesn't want to take the day off. He wants to continue working every single day to get better. That's something I have always preached to you guys. It's something I always try and do. It's what I do at the end of the day is I sit out here and say to myself, what did I do to try and make myself better? Did I take care of my family? Did I tell my wife I loved her? Did I work and do as best a job as I could? Did I try and do something to improve what I'm doing so I get better? That's what I do every day. It's trying to make sure that I do better than I did the day before. And that's basically what Dak Prescott's doing. He may not have been born with all the physical tools that everybody else did. There's certain guys you look at and you say, that's the quarterback. We always see these guys in the draft. They got the right size, they got the cannon arm and everything else. They go to the football factory and you look and say, that's a franchise quarterback. Those guys who have it natural, who just comes real easy, they don't necessarily work that hard to get better. When you aren't given all of that kind of stuff, when you're not the number one guy, when you're the guy who had to fight to get there, you're going to fight that much harder to stay there. You're going to fight that much harder to prove people wrong. And that's what you got with Dak Prescott. You don't have that from all the quarterbacks out there. Third and goal from the 4. Let's see what the Vikings do here. Dag on, only 11 seconds left in half. Did he get there? Did he get there? Hold on, I see one signal, I don't see another one. Okay. He just got in there. I want to see a review of that to make sure he got in there.
That's just good strong running for a guy who runs 4.4, has amazing speed.
They stopped him short of it. Oh, he reached the ball over. He reached the ball over. He got it.
Obviously, Mike Zimmer is saying, hey, we're going to run it.
Okay. Redskins will be up 13. Excuse me. Vikings will be up 13-6. With them boys in the hood, Mark. Stay tight, my brother. Oh, I am.
13 touches, 108 yards. Now a touchdown. That rushing touchdown.
Bennett, hey. When was the last time we had a 7th-round pick that did anything for the Dallas Cowboys? I'll wait.
7 seconds left in the half.
Conditional 7th-round pick. Worth a shot. Let me see what Michael Bennett, what his contract is.
Right here on Fox. It'll be Zach Greinke. Big pickup by the Astros at the trading deadline. See the numbers this postseason not good. They look for him to reverse that. And Aníbal Sanchez have been almost unhittable. Had a no-hitter.
The good thing is, you got him locked up for 2 years because you're taking his salary. So if he does well, his base salary for this year was $1.7 million, which New England paid part of that right there. So this year it's chump change. 2020, it's $7 million. So it's a 2-year deal. $7 million if he for next year. It's 1.7 this year, half of which New England paid. So you're only talking about $1 million at most for this year, and a 7th-round draft pick. It's worth the chance on that one.
This Thursday, the Niners are coming to destroy the Cards. You guys are more overrated than a Napa Chardonnay. Surprise! The 49ers are back, baby!
Well, we'll have to wait and see how it works out. Ratcliffe, oh God, Jay Rat, he really was a rat. Kevin, you may actually have a lot right there because, although it didn't happen with Tom Brady, because think about Tom Brady was a 6th-round draft pick. That didn't hold that against him. But Joseph, he can play anywhere on the defensive line. He's about 275, 280 pounds. Tackle, defensive end, he can move around on there. He'll be part of the rotation. Unlike what, I thought about doing this, but I hate to keep beating the Eagles while they're down, although they'd be happy to beat us if we were down. Let's think about Wentz over the course of the last 2 years. Wentz has 2 wins against teams with winning records. And I'm not sure you call one of them a winning record because the way the Colts started last year, I think they were 1-5. That was one of their wins against a team that finished the season with a winning record. The only other one is against Green Bay. Everybody else that Carson Wentz has beat has had a losing record. And when you think about Carson Wentz right now, who's 3-4 this year, he's been 8-10 since, the last year and a half. 8-10. I think they keep trying to talk about how great Wentz is. Oh, well, he's playing better than his numbers and things like that. Are you sure about that? Are you sure? Well, he's got a lot of receivers that are dropping balls. Well, we'd have receivers dropping balls too, but we don't get credit for that. The Cowboys lead the NFL in drop passes. I don't hear anybody saying, Dak Prescott would be leading the NFL if it wasn't for his receivers dropping the ball. Now, would we?
Looking for an edge in your fantasy leagues? Time to make
Am I wrong on that? But we keep hearing how Carson Wentz puts the team on his back. When does Carson Wentz put the team on his back and will them to win? His rookie year wasn't that good. That second year when they went to the Super Bowl, yeah. But they were also third best at running football that year. They also had a great defense that year. If that's not help, I don't know what is. They keep talking about how Dak Prescott's overrated. Carson Wentz is way overrated. Michael Sinclair, thank you very much.
You knew they were going to be able to run the ball because they've been doing it all year, but this offensive line, this is where it's at. Dalvin Cook, one of the best running backs in the business.
You want O.J. Howard? Okay.
And he can take it right there, but he's Dalvin Cook and says, I'm not bouncing it outside and still gets yards. Once again, keep your eyes on the offensive line. Yes, Dalvin Cook is dynamic. It's the offensive line with this push that is pushing around that defensive front.
If we beat New England, will we get some respect? No, we'll never get respect. We can win the Super Bowl and still won't get respect. You can guarantee you that. Corey, what's up, man?
On the other side, Case Keenum has been playing pretty well for the Redskins.
Yeah, Troy talked
You know what'll be funny? How long will it be before Marty B ends up saying, "Hey, can I join you, bro?" Bet you we see a tweet about Marty B wanting to be a Dallas Cowboy. Watch. His brother.
Slides out of the pocket to the left to Smallwood, third down 11. McLaurin here on a comeback and timing run. That ball's out of his hand.
Let's look at the stats early. From the game here.
They have to finish drives. He's played well. They drove the ball down the field. They've had to set up a field goal.
I tell you, Howie Long looks really good for as old as he is.
And I think the defense as well. They've been playing really well for the Redskins until that last drive. They kind of came out and said, okay, going into the half and feeling pretty good. I think that was a setback.
Their run game's like body blows.
Yeah, the run game's like
Case Keenum, 12 to 16, 130 yards.
As well. I mean, he is running the ball really well for a 32 and 34-year-old.
And Kirk Cousins, 12 to 13, 173 yards. Kissing Cousins. All right, so interesting. 13 to 6 at the half here.
What if we found a new team? What if our team's fast? Nice height. What if our team was running?
Sorry, I'm just checking something real
What
quick.
if our team was the biggest smash?
Oh, I'm sleepy here. Ugh. Tomorrow I should have something a little extra and special for you guys too. Been working on this for a while. We're trying to expand some of the stuff that we do. Whew. I'm feeling kind of tired. You guys?
49ers and Howie. What do the Panthers have to do to win this contest on Sunday?
Well, this kid Allen, there's a lot of conversation about whose job is this going to do with Cam Newton back. I'm glad I'm not part of the decision-making process. Cam Newton MVP, they took the team to a Super Bowl. This kid is now 4-0, 7 touchdowns, no interceptions. If he travels
So
out on the road
there's
to the
some
San Francisco team
word
and
that
gets a
Cam
win
Newton
there,
might get traded.
this decision gets all the harder.
Yeah, but that's going to be tough because that defense is
Who would have thought that would have been a possibility beginning of the season?
Second pick in the overall draft is balling rookie of the year.
Michael, just watching the Redskin game, sitting out here, enjoying life, and kind of bringing everything down, thinking about the whole Michael Bennett trade.
he's not going to look as good. He's going to have that extra cover.
Joseph, I don't understand why everybody keeps talking about trying to get wide receivers. We don't need wide receivers.
From the guys that are back in. And, you know, guys, because of the World
We
Series,
need Blake Bortles.
one night only, Friday Night SmackDown will be on FS1
What?
tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then following SmackDown, sit tight for WWE Backstage, television's only studio show devoted to all
Came to the Cowboys. Bennett's a spy and doesn't even know it. That's one of the points why I said it'd be good to get him because, you know, he definitely, look at it this way. He definitely hates New England. He might give you a secret or two, or a little insight. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. He's been there. He had problems with the defensive line coach. They got in an altercation and stuff. He's probably not that good with Tom Brady. I'm good. I'm good with that whole idea. I know who Blake Bortles is. I understand that. But here's the reality. Him coming into our system, if Dak goes down, he's not going to have enough time to learn it. You're better off Cooper Rush, who at least knows the system. I'm sorry. Blake Bortles, we lose Dak, the season's over anyway. Okay? Blake Bortles is not going to save it. Cowboys need a safety. Well, here's the thing. Here's what I will say. Did you see how our defensive backfield played this past week against the Eagles? Did you see that? You know why they played better last week against Carson Wentz and that crew? I'm going to tell you why. Because D-Law and the defensive line got a pass rush. Okay? Because they were able to put pressure, Carson Wentz didn't have time to go ahead and make these throws. Understand, if you got a great pass rush, you can have average cornerbacks and safeties because they don't have to hold up for as long. I keep using the New York Giants. I bet you can't even name, other than Jason Sehorn, cornerbacks of their last Super Bowl teams. They're not Hall of Famers. But that defensive line of theirs smothered quarterbacks. They killed Tom Brady, and that was the difference. So you get a Michael Bennett in there, you all of a sudden get D-Law hitting like he was before, that defense will go. You're good with the people that you have on there. I wouldn't mind having another big body to go in there. Just saying. You can never have too many big guys that are hungry to get to the quarterback. You can never have too many of those. Congrats on your Super Bowl Sunday. Are you an Eagle fan? That wasn't a Super Bowl. That was just like an appetizer. True. He does know the Eagles defense as well. Pass rush, amen. Key to success. You win from the line out. Thank you, Derek. That's what I was like. Blake, what? Blake Bortles? Well, if they can't create pressure between D-Law, Quinn, and Bennett, and Malik Collins, they're never going to be able to create any pressure. Oh, my God. We need Marcus Mariota to back up our quarterback. Why are we talking about bum quarterbacks? Do you know how much Marcus Mariota's contract is? Why would we want to take that on? Seriously, why? Why? Tyrone, well, we'll have to wait and see for sure, but it could be a great move. Randy Gregory. That's all I can tell you. What about Ryan Fitzpatrick? Oh my God. Why don't we just get Tony Romo off the boot? Colin Kaepernick. Okay.
start the second half. I thought Keenan played well. He turned it over once, but
What about Heath? Jeff Heath's okay. Jeff, here's the thing about Jeff Heath. We keep trying to kill him. We keep trying to get rid of him, but for some reason, dude still continues to show up and play. Okay, it's getting kind of chilly out here. I'm turning up the heat a little bit here. Woo. This is the first night I've really just been out here, just chilling for a long time and not just doing a fireside chat. I appreciate you guys tuning in and being part of the show here. Second half's about to start.
Took it down, punched it in with under 20 seconds to go in the half.
Randy Gregory has not put in for reinstatement. We don't know why. He just hasn't.
Doing the honors.
Damien, please just tell the fans, just give it up. Just give it up, okay? Brock Osweiler. So, are we just trying to say, let's name every bum quarterback that's in the NFL? We just need Kellen Moore to control the playbook. Okay.
Let's go down to the field and Christina Payne.
Well, Joe, you guys talked about how well Keenan played. He is currently
Get OBJ, Sherman, and Burfitt. Come on, man. You guys are killing me tonight. I want a refrigerator on the defensive line. You know, all right. I'm going to give you guys a bedtime story here. We're family, right? We're cool people. When I went to play high school football and I tore my ACL in the last scrimmage before the season started, sucked. Because in that scrimmage, I actually had a scout from UVA. I played offensive guard. And what they wanted to do is they wanted to turn me into a fullback because I was running a 4.640. I was bench pressing 320 pounds. I was about 210 pounds. And they're like, you would be a great fullback because I also ran track, shot put, discus, you know, everything. And so they looked at my skill at pulling because I could pull around that corner and I was lighting people up. In that game, on the punt, I had outside contain. Go to the outside. When I get downfield, turn in to the ball carrier. And I will never forget this. I remember this like it was yesterday. The kick returner got the hands up. Ball goes right through his hands, hits his knee, and starts rolling right to me. In my mind, I know I'm picking up this ball. I'm getting 6 points. And just as my fingertips touch the ball, it's rolling right there, all my weight's on my left leg, I get blown up from the shoulder, and my knee goes like this. I saw it on film, because the camera with the press box was shooting right in at the ball carrier. I'm between the camera, the ball carrier, and I saw that knee just go like that. I saw it one time, that was enough. And that was the end of UVA. UVA was like, well, if you get accepted to the school, you can walk onto the team. Read between the lines. So I have surgery on my knee. 2.5 weeks later, they took out. They just basically cleaned up my ACL and said, you know, you can wear a brace. You might be able to play a couple of games by the end of the season or so, you know, but otherwise we got to go ahead and basically cut your knee open from here to here and do a reconstruction. You're better off waiting till we get better with the scope and getting a reconstruction done. So I gave up football after that season in high school. Played in 6 games. Not bad. Did pretty well, but, you know, didn't have any aspirations to play in college. Did really well in track. Went to JMU, was running track. Got recruited by Coach Charlie Jones, who actually played for the Cowboys, to play defensive line. I was like Rudy, you know. kind of undersized. I was 215-pound defensive tackle, a nose guard, okay, at 215 pounds. But as he put it, I was strong and I was quick, so I could make moves and stuff. But literally, I was blocking them. That's what it was, scout team. And there was kind of a code between the offensive line, the starters and stuff. They're like, you make me look good, we won't kill you. And most of the guys on the scout team basically lived up by that. Okay, cool. We're just a glorified blocking them. I was like, fuck that. Excuse my language. You're not getting any better by me taking it easy on you. I didn't come out here just to be pushed around. So I would go all out. I'd make him look bad. I'd be in fights in practice. They were like, fuck you. I mean, they're cutting me and this, that, and the other. I mean, I make it. Okay, you got a little pissant 215-pound nose tackle that's beating a 260, 270-pound guard. He's getting cussed out by the coaches. So my first year at the awards ceremony, they gave me Demo of the Year. And the coach called me. He said he's not big enough to be a Coleman, to be a refrigerator, like Refrigerator Perry was big at that time. He said he's more like a Coleman cooler.
This is Khalil Mack, and this is what Khalil Mack does.
True story.
Want to see more of that? Yeah, that's true. Picture, perfect.
So sometimes
That's why the NFL
it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the fight in the dog. That's me. You get on my wrong side, I got a hell of a fight. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. Back to your originally scheduled program. We them boys for sure. Imagine when we rush five. Bennett, Woods, Collins rushing the middle, and Quinn and D-Law on the outside edge. Yeah, that, shoo. T. Hill apparently was drafted too high. They called you Rudy in the movie? Yeah, man. Sometimes you do things in life and you look back and you regret it. Here's what's crazy, and I look back and I just don't know why. But I walked on to JMU, basically scout team. I got actually on the traveling squad, started playing special teams and stuff. I got actually a partial scholarship. And I just decided, I don't feel like going back to college. And I look back now and say, what the F were you thinking? Now, had I gone back, I don't know that my life would be the same as it is right now. It's one of those things that you just never know. But I actually walked on and earned a scholarship and then didn't go back.
I had zero clue about Case Keenum being evaluated for a concussion, so we did not speak about that at halftime. What he did tell me, he thought his defense played it very soft in that first half. He said our coverage wasn't good at all.
Oh, somebody's already said RG knee. Somebody actually said earlier today when I was live streaming driving down the road, we should trade for RG knee. I was like, why? Why? What a throw and catch to Stephon Diggs. Wow. There's a flag. What's the flag? What's the flag? Stephon Diggs. Wow. Yeah, that was unnecessary roughness, defensive play. Oh, yeah, helmet to helmet. Yeah. Corey, you were 6'3". I wish I was 6'3", man. I'm 5'10" right now. I was 5'10" and a half. They said 5'11", man. I was short. Redskins know how to ruin any quarterback. Look what they did to Alex Smith, okay? Look what they did with Donovan McNabb. Quarterbacks go to Washington to die, okay?
He's injured. And now they also got Everett, who's not.
Well, I think this game's over with now.
Looks like they may be losing Jeremy Reeves. Apke comes in for Stephon Diggs. That's
I'm punched out. Thanks.
tonight.
Take it easy, Jet.
30-plus yards.
Tony, you high? Okay.
4 catches overall for 109. And he's been having field day after field day over the last.
RG3 as well. Just not good. I like that comment. Oh my God. Okay. So this is stupid trade night. Let's trade Zeke Elliott for Carson Palmer. Okay.
Tomorrow morning on NFL Network, wake up for football's morning show, which will get you ready for all of Sunday's biggest matchups. Good morning football tomorrow at 7, only on NFL Network.
Let's see if the Vikings score. If the Vikings score here, I think the game's over with. And I'm going to probably end up carrying my behind the bed because I'm old. Second and 6 from the 33. Wow. Screen pass and he dropped it. Wide open.
A lot of space out there, and it's 3rd and 6.
Yeah, that's Kirk Cousins. That's only his second incompletion tonight. So he had one he threw away in the first quarter, and now it dropped by Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook's not going to lead the league in yards from scrimmage, and here tonight he has over 100 yards.
3rd and 6. Let's see if the Vikings can cash in on this. 3rd and 6 from the 33-yard line.
10 carries, 39 yards. And a touchdown, 3rd down and 6.
Wow. Cousins, okay, I have to give Cousins credit because he got lit up, but he delivered the pass. But there's a flag. What's the flag? Is it holding? Holding. Oh, roughing the passer. He knew he was going to get lit up, but he delivered it. Oh my God. Wait. That love tap, if that is unnecessary roughness, we should have had about 6 when we played the Jets. He didn't even take him to the ground. He held, oh my God. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Wow. You trade Maher for a 12-pack of tacos? Damn, man. I can't. The games are called so differently now. It's not even funny anymore. It was Dak had been roughing. It would have been roughing the defender. You're right about that. You think about that. Oh my God. I mean, you would have thought that was Tom Brady there. That the way they. That was, I'm sorry, that was BS. Whew. Second and goal.
If the Redskins, of course, if they're able to get out of this, just giving up 3 points, but I think right now, at least for Mike Zimmer, he's got to feel pretty good about the fact that, in case Keenan down, his defense is going to be facing a rookie quarterback who makes this.
Here we go, second and goal from the 13. Screenplay, they pick up 3.
Inside the 10 by Montez Sweat.
No, that's only when you smoke it. Did I miss something here?
Now the question from Mike Zimmer about
Oh, guys, do me a favor. Hold up.
Evan Smith. Mike Zimmer was in Dallas in 94-06. No, not really.
Yeah, not style, but, you know, and then Zimmer says, what about the way big people miss? And I said, absolutely. In all my years, I never one time recall seeing him tackled by the first guy in the hole. And that's when Mike Zimmer says he sees the Dallas Cowboys.
Flag. Play as Cousins throws it away. And this is in the area of a hole. It is. It'll be declined.
Do me a favor here, guys. I'm still trying to get to
Good job by this Washington defense.
trying to hold it.
Well, that's Matt Elfline, the left guard, who I was talking about. And hey, this defensive front for the Washington Redskins, they can make life hard on a lot of lines. And they have. Ron Payne's been playing hard.
I hate not having a mouse. I have hard time.
Jonathan Allen. The Redskins have invested a lot in that defensive front. And they really
Subscribe to my other channel for me. Oh,
27-yard try.
they held it to a field goal.
That's a 10-point game. Each team now has stopped the opposition twice.
This is my other channel, Jobu's Day Job. Okay? Subscribe to that one for me, please. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so that way I can live stream and do stuff on that channel. That's weird because I didn't realize my own comments come up blue on that. Try to get Baker Mayfield. Oh, come on, man. Why? You know, at this point, I need to pick up Johnny Manziel. Come on, man. But subscribe to that channel for me because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before next weekend when we go to Puerto Rico. Uploading stuff takes forever, and you know how I like to post stuff. So if I have the other channel, I can post to that one and back and forth and so on. So you'll get all your news and stuff as much as possible on there, and also be able to live stream. So I'm only 141 people away. 141 away. So help a brother out, and it will really help me out as far as the channel goes. So subscribe to that channel for me. I'm doing all my construction work, and what I'll do is I'll start doing my live streams from work. Some people don't want to see me at work. Other people just love seeing me at work. But I'll do those live streams on there. And as a bonus, if something happens to this channel, that's where you can find me. So subscribe to that channel. Even if you don't go there to watch some construction videos and stuff, at least if something happens, you know where to find me, because you don't want to miss out. Or maybe you do, I don't know. Thoughts on Bennett? I think you didn't. It cost you nothing. 7th round draft pick. 7th round draft picks don't make our team. Okay, so I'm good from that standpoint. It wasn't that his skill level has gone downhill. It was he didn't get along in New England. So New England's like, see ya. He had 8.5 sacks last year with Philadelphia. Still got something in the tank. Definitely will want to be a revenge factor against New England. Has a relationship with Chris Richard because he worked underneath him. And maybe we'll bring you a little news on the New England Patriots because he was just there, as well as the Philadelphia Eagles. So he's only $1 million basically left for this season to be paid. You have his rights until next year too. It'd be a $7 million hit for next year. So I'm okay with that one. Where's Victor? Somebody's asking for Victor? Hopefully, wow. Hopefully he went back to the plane he came from. Wow. Well, we'll have to wait and see on that one. I'm just waiting for the tweet from his brother saying, "Hey, I'd like to get back to Dallas."
I just don't see any stadiums prettier from the outside.
Well,
It's more functional.
we have been out here for a long time. The Redskins are down 16-6, and it is after 10 o'clock. So I think I am going to go ahead and wrap this up. And tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, we have our regular live stream.
Certainly one way to get it. Haskins, well protected, somehow gets it.
Was that wait? Did they got Haskins in there? Now? Oh my God! Wait a minute! Wait! Hold up! Haskins is in. First pass, they pick up about 20 yards. He kind of sidearmed the throw. He literally, wow, he sidearmed it around his offensive lineman. That was pretty good because he couldn't have gotten, he would have hit his lineman in the head. He literally sidearmed it around the offensive lineman to the receiver. First and 10 on the, hold up for a minute, on the 46. And now you got Adrian Peterson for 25 yards. 25 yards. And you can see that he is hurting. You can see he doesn't have his usual burst, but he is giving it all. You know, God, you hate. You can see that he's running with a limp, but he is. See, this is what you hate to see. He's a future Hall of Famer. That's a guy that literally gives everything to be on this field. You know, it's a short week. He was injured, and he was like, I'm going to play. And he just gave you a 25-yard run and just picked up another 5. You hate to see somebody who's done everything that he has done end up on a loser team like the Redskins right now. Sad. It is sad. Let me look at his stats. It's not like the Redskins have done much of anything, so he probably doesn't have that many yards, but he's got like 30 yards in the last 2 runs.
Last year, over 1,000 yards rushing, the oldest player to do it since John Riggins.
9 carries, 34 yards, but and Haskins gets sacked and loses about 15 yards. Every time the Redskins get something going, they have a fumble or a turnover or a sack. Just a bad team, man. Man, that line. Whew. Well, they had Chaz Green out there. Third and 16 for a rookie. And, you know, it happened to Emmitt Smith, and it was wrong. I mean, it was completely wrong. That was one of those ones that you really wish that, okay, you got the record now. Why don't you retire? Going to Arizona was about padding the stats and getting a paycheck.
Gordon Ramsay, handing out samples. Seems like just an okay use of your culinary talents, dude. Yeah, it is small guy. Almost like a
Tony Dorsett, he went to Denver and ended up tearing up his knee.
It's true. Gordon Ramsay.
Playmaker 74. I'm interested to see him. I definitely am interested to see him out there. I mean, the 14 he's been on in the last 3 years, so, you know, he's probably looking for some stability himself. Corey, really? Trade Tyron Smith for Chaz Green. All right, let's see what the rookie has here for 3rd and 16.
22 games total. He's still learning, and he's right in the fire here in Minneapolis. Kevin O'Connell, who's now calling the play. I would think he'd be really.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 16. Let's see what the rookie dials up here. At least they're in field goal range. If they get a field goal, here's the thing. You can't take a sack because you're in field goal range. Screen pass. And AP gets about 6. So you kick the field goal, you're only down by a score. 1 touchdown. So, guys, I have taken up enough of the blogosphere here. I don't think do I need to do a fireside chat? Do I? after all this, do I need to do a fireside chat? And the field goal's good. The Redskins down 16-9. So, after seeing this game, do the Redskins scare you? Or, excuse me, do the Vikings scare you? Let me see. I think you guys have had enough of me today, don't you? Yes. Yes, fireside chat. Okay. What am I going to talk about? I've been talking for the last 2 hours. What the frick am I going to talk about? You guys, you kill me. How cool Dak is. Laugh out loud. What's up? Finish the game? No, man, I need to go to bed. We love it. Don't matter. See you in my dream. All we got to do is pressure Cousins. Yes, chat. No. It's Kirk Cousins. I don't fear him. Oh, it's Redskins suck. Who's going to cover Diggs? Vikings scare me. No. So nobody's. After seeing this, I got to tell you. So, or maybe okay. The 49ers only scored 9 points against the Redskins. Maybe the Redskins aren't as bad as we think they are. Is that possible? I mean, one touchdown is all Kirk Cousins has gotten with this offense. It may be that the Redskins are better than we think they are, at least defensively.
Washington playing this Minnesota team tough here tonight. Down to their rookie quarterback in Dwayne Haskins.
Let's trade Dak Prescott for Andy Dalton.
I don't think anybody thought this game would be a 7-point game here with this much time left in the third quarter.
25 time for tonight's next gen stats powered by AWS. How about yards after the catch in this game and for the 335 tonight? 75 is Dalvin Cook and make people miss. They sure can. And like we talked about,
Good point about spending time with my wife. She's watching her shows and I'm watching football, so that's what we're doing. So we're okay. That's to be holding. That's going to come back. Speechless. There's a lot of crack babies out there. Holding. They had a 10-yard run and it's holding, bringing it back. Okay. They're letting the Redskins stay into this game. I don't know that that's really holding. Oh, okay, right there it is, kind of. That's kind of a ticky-tack one. First and 20. Okay, so 2nd and 18. Redskins defense showing up.
That'll bring up second down at 16. Greg Manowski, the defensive coordinator, it's his third year as the defensive coordinator for the Redskins. He's a linebacker.
I mean, for the Redskins defense to only give up 16 points in 3 quarters to Minnesota, you got to give them credit. I mean, they should almost just say, Redskins, we'll call that a win.
He's a good defensive coordinator, and well, they've held up.
Second and 16. Cousins back. Screenplay. Only gave up 3 yards. Third and 13. If they stop him here, the Redskins will actually get pretty decent field position.
I think it says a lot for Ledowski, for Callahan. Despite a record of 1-6, these guys have come on the road here and play hard on a short week.
I would agree. I would agree. Not easy.
You got to give the Redskins credit at least that they don't have a whole lot of horses, but they came in here to play. They have not given up.
The game went on Sunday. They got shut out. But the key for them defensively is
3rd and 12. Let's see what Kirk Cousins does. You know, Kirk Cousins is about due for an interception. I think he's short of the first down. He looks like he's short of the first down.
Well, B.C. Johnson, he's got a free release off the ball. He could have pushed it up maybe a little bit more. Nobody challenged him, but he does a nice job of snapping it off, and he gives his quarterback a big hole in that zone. But he could have.
Yeah, he looks like he's short.
First down yardage. But Mike Zimmer, is he going to try to draw him
Oh, they're going to go for it deep in their territory on 4th down. I don't think Kirk Cousins got. Oh my God! They tried to quarterback sneak Kirk Cousins too high. They did not get that. They just gave the Redskins the ball on the 35-yard. I told you Kirk Cousins was due for a turnover. They turned it over on downs. Not even close. Damn. Didn't I just say Kirk Cousins was due for a turnover? I didn't mean. I thought it would be an interception. I didn't mean it was turnover on downs. I don't know why you're up 16 to. Wow. Why would you do that? I didn't know. Did you guys know there was another Star Wars coming out this year? I didn't know that. The final Star Wars, or at least of the original saga. I didn't know there was going to be another. Yes, December. Redskins are better than the Eagles. I got to finish the game. Corey, man.
I'm going out. Give me my Bud Light Platinum.
I'm already in the doghouse for leaving the garage door open.
Oh, yeah.
You're on the sauce good. Oh, no, you're on the sauce good. No, I'm drinking coffee. Keto coffee.
What do you do? Checking my sleep on that.
Aaron frickin' Rodgers. Hate that guy. Hate Aaron Rodgers. There's Tony Romo. Okay, I'm going to watch this series and see if the Redskins get a touchdown, tie the score, then I'll watch the whole game, okay? If they can't get a touchdown after getting turned over, after having that kind of momentum, stopping Kirk freaking Cousins on the 34-yard line, if they can't get a touchdown now, then I just can't watch anymore. Then they got no chance. They really have no chance.
With Bills legend Jim Kelly, plus Darren Waller on making the most of his second chance.
That was an include for me. Some got a chance.
I would
NFL Game Day morning.
I would love to see the Vikings lose. AP moves up the rushing list.
We bring you back to this Thursday night action. Two of the great, Sonny Jurgensen, 5-time NFL passing yardage leader, Pro Football Hall of Famer, and Billy Gilbert.
Okay, Haskins there. 1st and 10 on the 34-yard line. Let's see if the Redskins kill themselves again like they've been doing all night. AP gets 3 yards. It's up to about 37. See, Kirk Cousins was too high when he tried to sneak. You've got to dive. And he was upright. He didn't have a chance. 2nd and 6. They're at least in field goal range. Oh. Haskins had it too high, tipped, and intercepted. Well, I think that we'll call this a night now. I got to get up early in the morning to get on the road because I have to be back here by 12. So I appreciate all you great fans being here for this live stream. And I'm going to go in here, get myself a little snackage, and I'm going to carry myself to bed. Appreciate everybody coming in. Again, if you can, subscribe. Let me pop it up here one more time.
Third interception for Anthony Harris, and the Vikings get the ball right back now at their 19-yard line. It's caught left side.
Subscribe to my other channel, the Jobu's Day Job. I just popped it up on here. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I think I was like 140 before we started this live stream tonight. So if we can get there to 1,000, I would appreciate it, because then I can start doing my day job on that channel and stuff, live streaming while we're working. As always, guys, I appreciate everything that you guys do, showing up and being part of the show. And tomorrow night we'll be here 9 o'clock Eastern. Well, not here, we'll be inside. And tomorrow morning, of course, we'll have Don't Sleep on the Dallas Cowboys report, like we always do every single morning, every day, 365 days a year, because I'm just that anal. I'll see you guys. Woo!
This guy is